Hello folks, Midwest F-150 here. If you watched my last video upload, we opened a package from our friend Josh the Vegan, which contained 3 different filters. Now, in that last video, we opened up his oil filter that had 24,000 miles on it, and the oil he used was a Shell Rotella 5W40. And this came off of his 2009 Peterbilt 387 with 1.425 million miles. And so in today's video, what we're going to actually do is cut open his primary and secondary fuel filters. Now, based on my very rough Google research, the FF203, which is right here, filters particles up to 140 microns, whereas the FF2200 filters out the smaller ones down to 15 microns. Let me know in the comments if I'm misunderstanding that, but that's what I found based on my very brief research. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to cut these guys open. I'm going to put it under a cheap microscope to see if there's anything interesting. Now, this is my first time opening up any sort of fuel filter, so it's going to be interesting to see what's inside. With that being said, let's go ahead and cut this FF2203 first. So just like the oil filter, this has 24,000 miles on it. Now, this is a Fleetguard FF2203 fuel filter, Cummins 4010476, made in India. I noticed that there isn't a gasket on here. Let's go ahead and cut into it. Ooh. All right, that's what the inside of it looks like. A lot of these little, it feels sandy. Mind you, this is the filter that is collecting the larger particles. There's this gasket right here. Seems to be in good condition. Look at that. There's a lot of crud in there. All right, let's take a look at this spring. Wow. Thick coils. It is definitely sandy. Look at that. And then look at the walls. Definitely a lot of stuff. All right, and then the filter itself. This is the bottom of the end cap here. Of course, very sandy as well. And the top. Did catch a lot of stuff between the pleats there. Check that out. It seems like the knife is cutting through it just fine. So that's what the inner cylinder looks like. This wide louver reminds me of a K&N oil filter. And then let's take a look on the inside. All right, let's put this under a cheap microscope to see what it looks like. And let's zoom out just a little bit. So check out those pictures and let me know what your thoughts are, but overall this filter seems like it's intact. All right, I'm gonna clean this up and then we're gonna move to the 15 micron fuel filter. All right, so it has like a gasket on top here. Let's see if that's removable. Yeah, it is. So that's what that looks like. You can see there's carbon here. Oh, this is an interesting mechanism. Got some chunks right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's what the inside of it looks like. Yeah. All right, set this guy aside. I don't see anything solid inside the valleys of the oil filter pleats, so we'll go ahead and cut it further. Oh yeah, it pops right off. Look at that inner cylinder. I have never seen anything like this before. Feels like a plastic, a thick plastic. Take a look at the unfiltered side. Yeah, I don't see any solid deposits on here or anything. All right, this is the unfiltered side, okay? Zoom in a little bit more here. This looks a lot like the synthetic fibers that I've seen in other filters. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything worth calling out other than, there's diesel fuel in here. But let me know in the comments what your guys' thoughts are. I have very little knowledge about how diesel fuel filters work. And so if there's anything that you saw throughout this video, whether it's in the 15 micron fuel filter or the 140, let us know in the comments if there's anything you notice. With that, I'll wrap up the video here. Again, another thank you to Josh the Vegan for sending these. This is the first time ever that I've cut into a fuel filter. So thank you for the learning experience, and we'll chat soon. Bye now. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. On this channel, I'm on a mission to reach 500,000 miles on my 2021 F-150. Along the way, you can expect regular updates, in-depth product reviews, live streams, and more. Subscribe now to stay up to date and be part of the journey.